So before we begin, I want to remind you to like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification so you can be made aware every time we put out a new video. And remember to check us out on Instagram, and now you can also find us on Facebook for exclusive content. Let's get to it. Hey guys, another update for you today. Before I get into this, I want to share, there was some feedback in yesterday's update regarding Florida's record-setting COVID practices. Guys, listen. You know, numbers, it's harder and harder to trust what's accurate and what's not accurate. I get asked all the time via email and comments about COVID and what it's like in Florida from people traveling primarily internationally. So all I'm trying to do is report the numbers that we find. Whether or not these cases are people who are genuinely sick or dying or struggling, I don't know. I'm just giving you the facts as they're presented to me from what I can determine to be the most reliable or credible sources. So please don't debate the nuance of these things. I'm just trying to provide information. Your personal opinions are welcome to be shared there. This is a YouTube page where I share my opinions. Nothing that I've heard, for the record, would stop me from visiting Florida and going to the theme parks. I think that there is a tremendous element of fear mongering that is pushed on us by the media, and so what I say is the same as I always say. Make an informed decision, make one that works best for you, and then move forward confidently. Just be safe. So into our updates today, we have a couple of things that are somewhat not really new or breaking, but we know that starting now in January that Universal is going to be closing 4 major attractions. Shrek 4D is going to be closing permanently. We know that The Mummy is going to be getting a complete and total rehaul, and permits have been filed for that. So that's going to be probably a new ride to some extent. Jurassic Park River Adventure and Dudley Do-Right's Ripsaw Falls are all going to be closing during January and opening up at some point later. Now, the River Adventure and Ripsaw Falls are just going to be probably refurbishments during this season when not a lot of people ride because of the weather, and that's something that they do normally. The second bit of information is we know that Universal received a lot of backlash last week, or when they announced that they were no longer going to be having magnets and pins available for pass holders. It might not seem like a big deal, but it was a big deal. A lot of people really let them have it for this, apparently. And so what they have done is apologized for that. And then they have released pricing, which did not go up, by the way, for their for annual passes, as well as what the perks are for each one. I will put a link. I want to give credit to InsideTheMagic.net. That is where I found this information. I'll give you the prices, and then you can go there and look at what the perks of each pass are. Premier Pass is $5.99 with no blackout dates, early entry, free parking, and Express Pass after 4, discounted food and merch, and 1 Halloween Horror Nights ticket. Preferred Pass is $3.99 with no blackout dates, early entry, free parking, discounted food and merchandise. The Power Pass is $3.49, some blackout dates and discounted parking. And then the Seasonal Pass is $2.99 with most blackout dates. And that is your update for today. Like I said, InsideTheMagic.net released this. You can go there and check it out. And it breaks down all of the benefits and perks of each tier of pass. And so you probably want to check that out. We did see, and I haven't been able to find it since I initially had it, that permits were filed for The Mummy, and what some of the things that they're looking to do there, some new electrical system I've heard, just a lot of new things that are going to be taking place with The Mummy. So I am anticipating that to be kind of almost like a new ride, a new experience. I don't know that it's going to be a new retheming, so to speak, but I do think that, here it is. I have found it. I'm just going to read this to you. Universal announced back in October that they were going to be closing it up for refurbishment. It closes at the end of January 7th, so you only have a few days left to get there and do that. And they have not given us an exact date for the reopening. They don't, and they haven't told us exactly what the upgrade will be, only other than to say it is going to be a substantial refurbishment. And so we are excited to see that. They did file permits for a control system and an electrical system upgrade. And that's really all we know. Literally we don't know anything else other than they are filing more and more permits, which leads us to believe this is going to be a big refurbishment, which is a good thing, something for us to look forward to. And those are your updates for today. God bless you guys. Hope you're having a great new year. Go pay this forward. Bless somebody else today. Don't expect anything in return, and we'll see you.